What's going on, everybody? Critic and the Common Man here, back with another short episode of today, Wandavision episode 3. We are on to episode 3, Chris, and we are just crawling along to try to get some plot out of this show. If you guys have not seen Wandavision episode 3, go ahead and click off of this, give it a watch, come back and let us know what you think. This is your full spoiler warning for that episode. So after our episode 1 and 2 drop review, Chris, we pretty much ended the episode by saying we really needed a little bit more plot development to kind of keep our interest in the show. And it's like this show is giving us 40 minutes of sitcom and 2 minutes of like teaser information at the end. And I still don't really feel like we're any further ahead now at the end of episode 3 than we were at the end of episode 2. I got to be honest with you, man, I'm really struggling to really get into this show and really enjoy it. It seems like you're either of the party that absolutely loves the show, it's different, it can do no wrong, WandaVision's amazing and creative, or what the hell is going on? And I know it's okay for the show to be a little bit slower, but it's really hard for me to stay interested in this. What do you think now at the end of season 3? Where are you at with this show, man?
So I think that they're dropping more story and exposition than we are aware of. I think that when we come back, knowing what has happened, I think when we come back and look at this, I have a theory now, and I know I say that every episode. I think that the whole point of them putting Wanda through this, spoilers by the way, of them putting Wanda through this, is to get children out of her, to create the babies that she just had. Like, otherwise, why expedite the birth process like that? I think they want, through her powers, to kind of create Vision in reality, like make Vision come to life in her head, and then make babies, and they want those babies to be tools or weapons for their purposes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, can you imagine the Scarlet Witch and Vision having having two children, and that they can then raise as weapons and train however they want? I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like that's the whole point. Otherwise, why did we see her go through this whole birth process? And then, of course, at the end of the episode, you get the big, well, not big reveal, but, I think we kind of all assumed, like, they're obviously not in her mind. This is some sort of, like, TV setup.
Right.
And you can see...
It's some interdimensional thing. Like, they've got some weird little, like, portal setup that puts them in this world. Or maybe Wanda's doing that and they're just trying to contain it. Like, she's created this little dimension and they're like trying to contain it and keep it from getting any bigger.
But then the neighbors were also acting, and they're like, we're all what? Actors? You're all actors? You're all what?
Right, what's going on?
And they wouldn't
say.
Dude,
did you notice the backdrop was like so clearly fake in this one?
Yeah, I actually did notice that. And it kind of weirded me out because they did it on purpose.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, that was intentional.
So there's just little things happening here and there, that I think, I don't know. And I feel like if Vision was fake, if he wasn't alive, he would be acting different.
Maybe. I need more of these plot points happening in the beginning and middle of these episodes, and not them just giving us a wacky sitcom for 35 minutes and then you get 2 minutes of... What'd you say?
They're pulling a Mando.
Oh, yeah, with like the whole episode not really pushing the plot along, and then one thing at the end. And that's kind of TV pacing, I guess, but I need more happening throughout the episode.
It's cable television pacing, but when you watch things like Game of Thrones, it's infuriating because, again, I'm not saying that Game of Thrones is the best series ever, but it's the best series ever. And I don't know.
Yeah, you're really on a Game of Thrones kick. Every time this has been brought up multiple times now.
It's just Game of Thrones' pacing is spot on. It's just phenomenal. Every episode has a purpose. Every episode delivers something. Every episode leaves you wanting more. And it's, I don't know. I think that television writers should kind of take a note from that book, just not the last season. But I think especially Disney... I mean, again, different types of shows and stuff. So I think that they could be doing more. And I think they're kind of they're keeping the story at like this crawling pace when it could be going faster. And I agree with you there.
And if they're going to keep it at the slow pace, okay, but like give us little things happening throughout the episode that kind of keep you interested, because dude, by the time these big plot points hit at the end, I'm kind of just over it. I'm not, and this is a biased thing, I'm not a big sitcom guy from the get-go. I never have
But
been.
you love
I've always
laugh
kind of
tracks,
had
I know
weird. Yeah, right. I love laugh tracks. No, if you guys watch Critic and the Comic Man, you'll know. But if you don't, not a big fan. Yeah, cue the laugh track. Not a big fan of the laugh track on any show. But it's like we're getting an entire episode, and then right there at the end, something big happens, and it's like they're kind of using this as bait. They're dangling that cliffhanger in front of you, that carrot in front of you to push you on to the next episode. I would like to see a little bit more, but we said this last time, and I have a bad feeling we're going to end up saying this multiple times. In our review of this season. I think now episode 4 is going to be more interesting. At the end of episode 2, we're like, okay, but now episode 3 is going to be great. I feel like now that we've really broken that fourth wall, like intentionally, I feel like now episode 4 has potential to be really big.
I like
we have 2 kids now.
They've been going through the decades, by the way, each episode.
It's cool.
Yeah. And the intro to every single one is different.
Well, and that might help too, because now things are going to get more modern. It's going to have more of like a Modern Family feel to it. And I think that might help with the story. And again, it's like, why is this happening? Why are they in this world? What the hell? Where did this sitcom thing come from? Like, what is happening?
Well, you have to think that if this episode they had kids, the next episode is going to be them raising them. So I think that at some point the kids are going to get older, and then shit's going to hit the fan, and they're going to get taken away, and then Wanda's going to break free, and Vision is going to be there, and then her and Vision are going to go on this quest.
But what does this show become once they're not in this sitcom anymore? Does it turn into not a sitcom anymore? Like, does the entire show change? Like, what does WandaVision become when it's not this? It's like the weirdest thing, man. I
guess you're right. Yeah, because then it becomes completely 180s and just becomes a TV.
It becomes like Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D.
or whatever.
Stuff.
Yeah, like what does WandaVision become if it's not the sitcom? I don't know if they can get out of the sitcom, but eventually it's going to get modern. And then where do they go from modern? And then what the hell does WandaVision turn into?
That's an interesting point.
Like break this fourth wall?
It's kind of they kind of dug themselves into a hole.
I mean, yeah, but the other thing too is how many seasons of these shows. This is something that I think Disney is doing that I think we're maybe not quite aware of yet. And I think they did this with The Mandalorian too. Specifically with like Baby Yoda, Grogu and everything. How many seasons of these shows do you honestly think that they expect to make? And it's very possible that Disney has come out and said, okay, as part of our plan, WandaVision will be a 4-season show. A lot of times when you get these sitcoms on TV, they just run until they can't run anymore. They run until the actors and actresses decide enough's enough, or until the ratings dip, or then whatever. Somebody gets pregnant or hurt or whatever, and then they stop. But maybe Marvel's and Disney are gonna decide not to do that. Maybe they have a very strict, this is what's gonna take place in this TV show, and it's gonna play into Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And this series will have. No, and even with Mandalorian, Grogu's gone now. What are we gonna see with Grogu? Maybe we're only going to get a few seasons of Mandalorian. Now, that's different because it's Star Wars, and that's a whole different thing. Yeah. But with Marvel and the Avengers and everything, maybe they have this planned out. We are going to get 4 seasons of WandaVision, and, by the last season, it's not, this sitcom thing's going to be broken or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. My interest in the overarching story is there. My interest in episode to episode is dwindling.
I agree. It had appeal at the beginning, the first couple episodes. This last episode, I was like, okay, like it's becoming a gimmick, and it's not pushing the story forward, and it's like I'm losing interest.
I definitely am too. Some people are going to disagree with that, and that's fine. This is very much up to interpretation. That we're just voicing opinions on here. In fact, let us know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of WandaVision so far? Is this show too out there for you? Are you loving this? A lot of people are really on board with this, actually, and a lot of people in our like film review community, which, don't get me wrong, a lot of people, not knocking on anybody in particular, but a lot of people in this like film review community, I think they rate things way too highly at the sake of like insulting somebody or something. Like, you just see it a lot, and you see it on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff too. Sometimes things get like absurdly high rankings, and it's just like who is ranking this? But hey, it's all personal opinion.
It's just so far what we're seeing from WandaVision is very simple television, very, very, very simple, and the writing is not anything phenomenal. And then you're right. Then it's like like if you're looking at it as a script, you have 30 pages, and the last 2 are like, like, ooh, and now she finds a helicopter, and like, like moving on to episode 2, and you're not really giving us anything.
Yeah, and I'm not jumping on board the Marvel is the most creative studio in the world ever because they're creating a sitcom just like one that was made 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that's not, you don't get creativity points from me from that. You get creativity points for how you intertwine the extended universe in with this sitcom. But like you said, throughout the sitcom, it's not funnier than 2.5 Men. It's not funnier than How I Met Your Mother. It's not funnier than Friends. It's not funnier than The Office.
I do laugh.
Interesting?
Though.
I mean, yeah,
like when the woman was like, do these earrings make me look fat? And then the lights went out and he just turned.
That was funny.
Thank God.
That was funny. Thank God. Yeah. And then when he's talking to that guy, and what does he say? He's talking to the dude, and he says something. He's like, "Oh no, we don't do that," or something. He's like, I don't know. I don't remember the line, but there have been a couple one-liners that are funny. But as a show, the show is not like a comedy. I would not call this a comedy show.
Yeah, like the stork appearing and stuff like that. That was stupid. Like that's again.
Yeah, like that's not.
I'm no not purpose.
When I see
They're
that.
just filling the time between episodes so that they get to the last page to give us the 30 seconds of like, whoa, what's going on? So again, it's losing the appeal because nothing is happening, and it's, in my opinion, lazy television writing. Just like I said, the same thing about Mandalorian for the first season. It's just nothing is happening except for things. They're literally just throwing things.
I know for a fact that there are people watching this review or that are out there that absolutely disagree with what we're saying. Oh,
absolutely. I'm sure.
100%. Wholeheartedly. Please comment down below. We're not going to start some fight in the comment section. This is why we do this. We want to have the conversation. Let us know why you guys love WandaVision so far. What is it about the show that you think is so creative? And if the creativity part is just because it's a sitcom, sitcoms have been done for a long, long time.
Not in 40
I don't know that
years,
I give
Danny.
creativity.
It hasn't been done in 40 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. That's it, man. I mean, episode 3, some things going down. Now, also, here's the thing. There's also, like, the whole community of people that has read all the comics and is, like, 2 steps ahead. And those people obviously know what's going on. They know how this ties into the bigger universe. That's fine, and I can understand how maybe those people would enjoy this a little more. Keep in mind, having read the comics is not a prerequisite to getting access to watching this show. They're putting this out there for the layman, the common man. That's who they're kind of putting this out for. And as somebody like that, I really don't know where we're going to go with this. But I said it last time. I'm going to say it again because I'm still hopeful. I think episode 4 is going to be really good. Yeah. I think it's going to give us more of the plot in the actual episode that we desire.
And the next episode could completely change my mind on everything. I'm not saying the show is bad. I like the show. I enjoy the sitcom aspect of it. I know you don't as much, but I do enjoy it because I think the humor is funny and I think it's clever and charming. But that only goes so far. And right now, each episode hasn't done anything except present a sitcom, given us a couple of laughs, kind of, presented this weird, quirky, relationship between the two, and then drops a hint of something more at the very end that keeps us intrigued for the next episode, and that's it. There has been no exposition and no point to each episode. They could have condensed all of the exposition into one memory or moment in one episode, and everything else would, I don't know. For the moment, I don't see a point in what they're doing, but I'm still intrigued.
Keep in mind also that the next episode will be halfway through season 1. So we will basically be halfway through a season and nothing we have no idea what's going on still. Yeah. We're just watching a sitcom with a weird dude with a robot face and a girl who's a witch. You know what I mean? It's just, there's not enough there for me yet, man. There's still not. I'm hopeful that the halfway point of the season is going to be the big turnaround. Yeah. We shall see. All right, everybody. Critic and the Common Man. I know this is a point of debate here, a real point of contention with a lot of people. Let us know in the comments down below. Do you love or hate WandaVision? We really want to hear it. Jump over to our Instagram, Critic and the Common Man, and keep an eye out for more reviews from WandaVision coming out every week.
Giveaway is almost done.
We are 3 followers away. We are 3 followers away from giving away an AMC gift card, which hopefully people can even use at this point. If you don't have access to an AMC, I think we said we would give you something else. I'll have to go read the post, but we'll make it good. We'll make it something you can actually use. Maybe a t-shirt you can represent. That'd be pretty cool. But literally, you just have to follow us on Instagram and comment on one of our posts. Just scroll down on our page till you see an AMC gift card giveaway, and you'll know. That's it, guys. WandaVision episode 3. We'll see you for the episode 4 review. Critic and the Common Man, we are out of here. Peace.